All right, welcome back to the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Merry Christmas, friends. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and are experiencing happy holidays, just like myself, because my God, Aston Villa have done it. I couldn't believe it. I'm still off in La La Land. We beat Manchester United, we beat Chelsea, and we now have Arsenal coming up. We're going to get to all that and a lot more. Manchester United fans, you must be in heaven right now. You're playing well. You beat Newcastle. You're up to fifth. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the other games. City won. Arsenal won. Liverpool won. You name it. The big boys won. So no real movement in the top of the table. A couple of other things to get to. Christian Pulisic's team wins, and he scores again. John Terry is selling some memorabilia. So if you're interested, it's not just his. He's got other memorabilia he's collected as well. He's selling some of that for a good cause. We're going to show you a little bit of that. We got a lot to get to here. By the way, there was an 8-goal thriller. Wrexham against Sheffield United. That was a Boxing Day game I watched. That was actually a really fun game. All right, you ready? Let's jump in.
What? And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner! Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team. Do I look like I'm freaking kidding?
He does things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest soccer show ever. Merry Christmas. It is Sunday, the 28th of December. And look who we have.
Why did you
here.
pause so long to say the 28th?
I don't know. No, it's Sunday.
Why is the 20? Why is that get a suspenseful pause?
To be honest, because I wanted to say the 29th, because everything in my head has been geared towards the 29th. Tomorrow night, where we're doing our Christmas party.
We're doing a what now?
Yep, Christmas party.
Oh, when?
You're dressing up as Santa. You remember?
You is?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Don't you remember you have a big announcement for that?
Oh, I do.
Wait, all right, hold on. Before your big announcement, I mean, for Christ's sakes, we got Danny with us. We got a celebrity who's decided to step in and be here for the day. And
God, he's so tan and
he's
sexy.
so busy that you never can get him. We never can get him on the pod. And
so
here
attractive.
Here he is. Danny, welcome back, man.
Thank you. It's nice to be back. You know, I had this whole thing planned, and you know, I wanted to, give Craig a little bit of a, a mention today because, I would have been back 11 weeks ago, but Villa have won 11 games on the bounce now, right? I just can't stand coming in with this smug smile on his face and all that sort of stuff. So, but I decided to come back tonight because it's the last one before the new year, and we've got a Christmas party tomorrow, and the wife's at home and Pops is at home watching. So
there you go. All right.
Finally, they show us some respectability. We have a person with an accent. Because you don't know crap, and you don't know less than crap, and I'm a blithering idiot.
Yeah, I'm glad
But now we have some respectability
there
here.
you go.
All right, Nate, what was your big announcement, my friend?
Huge announcement for tomorrow, if you're coming tomorrow.
Breaking news. By the way, tomorrow is Monday, the 29th. Our Christmas party, the official Christmas party at Dog and Pony Show Brewing, starts at 6 o'clock, trivia at 7. What's the announcement? Go for it, buddy.
I will be there. And
What?
I will pour your beer for free.
Wow.
Now, you have to pay for the beer, but me actually physically pouring it in the glass for free.
That was the announcement?
Yeah.
I was expecting a little bit more.
I thought that was my job.
Shut up, Brooks.
I thought, okay, all right, hey, something's
Fair
better
enough.
than nothing. I appreciate the announcement. Join us
If you want a beer from Nate,
Tomorrow's
There
the
you go.
Christmas
Free
party.
pour.
Be sure to be there, friends. We're doing trivia. We're doing door prizes. We're going to be donating to the U of M Amputee Soccer Foundation. We've got beer. Nate will be pouring it. There'll be lots of fun and more. We're going to have a ton of fun. There might be a scavenger hunt.
wow.
I thought you said that I can convert. I thought you said that I would be able to convert any plastic armchair fans that are non-Man United into true Man United supporters tomorrow. I thought you said that was on the agenda.
I think you can try.
Are you going to have Manchester United holy water and, bless
am.
them?
Yes, I am.
Convert them?
Is it the water that dripped through the
Welcome,
roof and you caught it and then brought it back here.
Ooh, that roof's getting fixed. That
Power of Christ compels you.
Listen, you win a couple of games, you get your roof.
The roof's getting fixed. Hey,
Hey,
our $6 billion
roofs are getting fixed. New seats are going in. I'm happy.
our $6 billion football club getting a new roof, baby.
Yeah. There you go.
About
There
time.
you go. All right. Well, Nate, Danny, good Christmas with the family around here and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, me and the kids, went up to Florida to see Jana's family, and we had a good time, and we went up to this Wekiva Springs, it's called. It's like a 2 mile, 2 mile up the river and back
Hike
down the
and
river.
walk type thing.
No, in a canoe.
In a canoe.
In a canoe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
Good
brilliant.
workout.
I was with Harry, right? So obviously I did.
So you did all the
work.
paddling.
Yeah, I did all the paddling and got
Look at those arms.
awkwardly too close to an alligator,
Oh, okay.
gawking at it.
Oh.
And Harry was like, "Oh, Dad, there's an alligator." And I've just gone over, and it's just like, from me to you, but I almost took it on board. So,
I'm sure your wife was like, I see those all the time. I'm not afraid of them.
mate, she was laughing her ass off to Cameron in the other canoe about another half mile down the thing. So, yeah, it was good.
Danny's wrestling alligators in Florida.
Yeah. Hey.
Alligator
Didn't-
wrestler.
Didn't have that on my 2025 bucket list.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Go card there.
Hey.
All right, Brooks. How was your Christmas, buddy? Doing all right?
Yeah, it was good. Just nice, simple, quiet Christmas. Family came over,
You guys talked about a bunch of lacrosse stuff, I bet. Right?
No, we didn't. We talked about, I don't know, family stuff,
Okay.
So,
All right.
but yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
And you will definitely be at the party tomorrow night, the official Christmas party for We Are Soccer, because you and I are going to have a little fun going live on a couple of platforms.
Yeah. Be fun.
Well, I mean, listen, Danny's going to be showing everybody around, turning all the fans into true supporters, and
Yeah.
and Nate's going to be pouring beers, so it only makes sense.
The power of Man United compels you. Yes.
I have no words.
Come
All right.
on.
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right.
They'll be fun. There'll be a lot of friends there.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
It'll be a great time.
Yeah.
It'll be a great time. So if you're not already, but if you're not considering being there, get there. Consider being there. Get there and donate a couple of dollars to the MPT Soccer Fund. We're going to be collecting money for them, and we're going to have a great time drinking beers. The Dog and Pony Show Brewing tomorrow.
Trivia, all the fun stuff, prizes.
Trivia kicks off at 7.
Yeah.
Party starts
Taco
at,
truck.
6. There'll be a taco truck. There's a pizza
Yeah.
place next door. You can bring pizzas in. Pretty
Yeah.
good. All right, let's jump into the football, boys. Here it is. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Game of the week. Essentially, listen, we all watched this game. It was and this is typical Aston Villa. It's typical Aston Villa. It's sit in, suffer in the first half, let the other team come at you, get a couple of long shots, and some of them came close, and one get in the net. And that's typical Aston Villa. And in the second half, they come out and break out. Nate, you said you had a little bit of a synopsis for this game.
Yeah,
for us.
I did. So
Go for it. man.
there's nothing else going on in my life, period. And
Well, you
so
were
I
sick
turned-
for a very long
Yeah,
time.
and so I turned on this game because that was better than just staring at the wall. I chose to watch
This game was definitely better than staring at the wall.
Yeah, so it was like, I turned it on and, I got really excited when I think it was McGinn shoved Garnacho right to the ground.
Oh yeah.
Like straight to the ground. Like it wasn't even like not even a tackle. Like a just manhandling, shoving to the ground. And that got me excited. Because anytime Garnacho goes straight to the ground really hard, I get really excited.
All right.
So that was like kind of rooting for Villa for half a second, and then Chelsea scored,
Yeah.
and then it's laughing
Whose
inside.
fault was that goal? Whose fault was the goal?
I don't know.
It was Emi Martinez.
Yeah, okay.
You know why? Because he was too concerned about the players in front of him. Well, I mean, in the second half, the same ball comes in. What does he do? He goes up and grabs it and looks like a world-class keeper. In the first half, he's pushing people around, and then, oh, shoot, there goes, shoots in the back of the
Yeah.
What were you
know.
doing, Emmy? What were you doing?
So I figured you were sad at that moment, and that made me happy. And then I fell asleep for a little bit. Like during the game, I fell asleep for a minute because I didn't care. And then I woke up, and then Villa scored, and figured that would make you really, really happy. And so, yeah, I kind of fell asleep again.
And then we scored again.
And then I woke up, and then you scored. And it is the 11th game that they've won, the first time since like World War II happened
Before
or
that.
something.
Yeah.
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 And that guy who wears number 11 is the guy who scored.
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, that guy.
Danny has a couple of things to say about Ollie Watkins, from what I understand.
And then like the dude with the slick black hair, he was all like, "Yeah," and got really excited doing some of this. And then the other guy wasn't happy because his team got scored at, and he was in the stands.
The one
The
Maresca.
owner?
Yeah, well, one of them.
Bully?
Maresca, the
Yeah, no, and they're in the stands. It kept showing him in the stands. Some dude on his phone.
the great synopsis of the game.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they all like hugged, really excited.
That's what happens when
5-5.
you win your 11th game in a row.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. I watched Man United a little bit, so
They won. They won.
yeah, not 11 in a row. though.
We're gonna get to them. If they'd won 11 in a row, your Man United guy with the hair would have been able to have 2 haircuts.
Yeah, he doesn't have slick back hair though. He's
he
kind of got scruff.
He does.
Got a like Fellaini
Yeah,
here.
curly.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think I covered every detail of this game in expert fashion.
I think so.
Yeah.
Although I'd like to see if Danny has anything to add to it.
Dave, you fall asleep at all during this game?
I fell asleep during that monologue that you just gave. Bloody hell,
man.
that was riveting.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
Good stuff.
Um,
I was tired.
what do I have to say about that game yesterday? Well, I will say this: Man United have sold some players over the years that I've not been too happy that they've sold, and Garnacho's not one of them.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, did you see when he got shoved right to the ground?
Yes, I did. I saw
Yeah,
that.
it was great.
Do you like it because he's in pain and all those years of pain you had to deal with him? Is
I like
that
it because
why?
he has a stupid face and a stupid haircut.
Fair enough.
And I would shove him to the ground too.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you done? Can I?
Yeah,
can I
yeah, go ahead,
on?
go ahead.
Alright. No, I honestly thought the game was it was a game. It was a tale of two halves, really, wasn't it? You know, I mean, like Chelsea were fantastic in the first half. Villa didn't really get a look. You know, Malin didn't do much for me. I know you made a comment that, you know, he was saving Watkins for the Arsenal game on Tuesday. You know, but you could clearly see like the plans completely changed with the substitutions he made in the second half and the tactical plan. Watkins was holding up the ball, and Villa was so much more of a threat, pinned Chelsea back. But like I know we talked off air about this, you know, and now there's been some discussions over the past 12, 18 months about Ollie Watkins and all that sort of stuff. But for me, outside of Erling Haaland, as a true centre forward, I'm not talking about wingers because, you know, we look at the top goal scorers in the Premier League right now. You've got Semenyo in there. You've got, you know, you got wingers in there, right?
Yep.
You know, I know the lad at Brentford's doing really well, but Ollie Watkins for me is a traditional 9. As a forward that can link play and score and in and around the box, he's one of the most natural finishers that I think that the Premier League's got. Certainly, we've got in the English national team. You know, and he was superb yesterday when he came on. Absolutely superb.
He just had a little bit of extra fire yesterday. It looked like he was pissed off that he didn't start the game.
Well, it was interesting when he scored the first goal, the header. You know,
No, the header was the second goal.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah,
Sorry, the first one. When
Yep.
he scored the first one, where he's kind of gone in, you know, with the keeper. And he kind of turned to the bench really quickly and kind of pointed a little bit and then went to the fans. And I thought, yeah, maybe that's a little nod to Unai Emery. But, you know, I mean, he came out at the end of the game, didn't he, in an interview and said that, you know, Emery is a tactical genius and the plans that he made and the changes that he made at halftime were just tremendous.
And this is the argument I have with people every week, Danny. As Aston Villa beat a team, people say, well, you didn't do that well. We dominated the first half. But that's what Villa do. And finally, I heard an announcer, commentator in this game say, yeah, if you've watched Aston Villa enough this year, this is what they do in the first half. They suffer. They like to suffer. Literally sit in. If you think about that first half, Morgan Rogers had 2 breakout runs. Malin had 1 breakout run, and nothing came from them. Absolutely nothing came from them. Villa just sit in and say, we'll give you possession. We're actually not going to attack you until you hit the end of the circle. Right? Not even you can come over the half. You're good. Go for it. Keep possession there. As soon as you hit the edge of the circle, then we're going to start kind of pressing a little bit and condensing space and seeing what you can do. And then when they get the ball down the wing, they say, "Go ahead, cross the ball. Have at it. See what you can do. See if you can beat our 2 center halves." And they suffer. They suffer mightily. And then in the second half, it's incredible. Normally, in the 45th minute to start that second half, they come out and it's go time. It took a little bit of extra time this week against Chelsea. The first 10 or 15 minutes, it was more just, okay, how can we execute this game plan? And you're right, Danny. Once Unai Emery made that change, and it wasn't just a straight swap. He made a straight swap for Watkins for Malin, but he also told Rodgers to go wide. Go wide. McGinn, go wide and see if you can drag your players out there and create space in the middle, because here's Onana and Tielemans who will then push up. And Tielemans moved up into the 10 and he started to control the game. And then all of a sudden, Villa just ran the midfield. They just absolutely ran the midfield from minute 60 to minute 95. Aston Villa ran the midfield.
Yeah. You want to have the stats from this?
And 2 goals happened. And that's it. I would love to hear the stats, because
it's rather interesting, to be honest with you.
in the first, I don't even know if you have it broken down to first half, second half, because the first half we had 30% possession. They had 70% possession. We didn't have a shot on goal. They had 300 passes to our 100 passes, and we were happy for that. Go ahead, bro.
This is from the Premier League website. So just the generic game statistics. So the expected goals ratio, expected goals are 2.14 for Chelsea, 1.19 for Villa. Obviously possession 63% for Chelsea. But what I find interesting is if you break down the attack here. So total shots 14 for Chelsea, 11 for Villa. Villa had, of those 11 shots, 8 were on target versus 3 from Chelsea. So Chelsea couldn't hit anything that whole entire game. And then they break it down inside the box and outside the box. 5 shots inside the box for Villa versus 1 for Chelsea, which shows how difficult it was just to break down Villa and to get inside the box. And then 6 from the outside, 6 shots from the outside from Chelsea versus 4 from Villa. So, I mean, there's the stats right there. I mean, just difficult to break down and get through. And then when they had chances to put anything on goal, they just couldn't do anything, Chelsea.
And Villa's XG over the entire season, I think we were 15th or 16th in the league, right? We're 15th and 16th expected goals, but somehow we're 3rd in the table, right? That's just the way Aston Villa play. Here's some of the issues that came up during this game, boys. Bouba Kamara picked up his 5th yellow card of the season, so he will miss the next game. And so did Matty Cash. Both of those have been staples in Unai Emery's squad. Matty Cash, as a right back, has been absolutely sensational this year. He now misses the trip to Arsenal. Going to the Emirates Stadium is going to be tough.
Really? I don't think so.
Oh, man.
I don't think so at all.
Really? Oof.
He's just negative.
I don't like, if you look at somebody get the stats on this one, but if you look at Arsenal's last 6-7 fixtures, something like that, I think they had like 6-7 own goals.
Wow.
But they're not free flowing scoring right now.
Right.
I mean, Odegaard was the only Arsenal player to score outside the last 4 or 5 games, I believe.
Yeah, he had a cracker this week as well.
Right, but I see that as a very winnable game for Villa.
All right.
Gyökeres is not firing.
Right.
He's not. He looks miles off it.
Gyökeres does not look like he is up for. He struggling to get into the system, struggling to get into the pace and the physicality of the league. Agreed, 100%.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at with Watkins. You know, being an experienced forward. You know, because Arsenal sniffing around him last year, weren't they? Around January time. You know, to bring him in, and if they'd have brought him in and he'd scored the same amount of goals that he did for Villa last season, then Arsenal might have won the league last year.
100%.
You know, and maybe the year before.
100%.
But they haven't had an experienced forward. They bring in Gyökeres, which wasn't their first choice. They wanted Sesko early on in the summer. That didn't pan out. They brought in Gyökeres. He's not been great.
No. I don't think there's any striker that's been great that's been brought in this year. Voltemade's done very well to begin the season, but he's tapered off, as we'll talk about shortly.
Eketeke's actually still doing all right.
Ekitike is, he's done really well, by the way. Yeah, 100%. He would be the cheapest buy out of all of them, and he's phenomenal. All right, so listen.
So I have some stats. So you want some? EPL website does bring up some previous stats.
Please,
so,
do it before we move on here.
So you played 61 times. Arsenal is it? I mean, this way you were. It worries you. Arsenal's won 32 of them versus Villa's 14 wins.
Yeah, we don't beat them often.
Yeah, so I understand that. And then the last matches. So as of last year in 2025 in December, Villa won 2-1 at home. Then it was a 2-2 draw at Arsenal.
We were down 2-0 in that one as well, I believe.
Yeah, and then there's a lot. Then Arsenal won 2-0 away back in 24, and then Villa beat them at home 2-0, and then it's kind of going back and forth. And then Villa won 1-0 at home. So this match has kind of gone back and forth, honestly.
It's going to be a tough one, but again, we're missing 2 staples of the lineup. So listen, even if we beat Arsenal, we've got a long way to go to be actual title contenders because we don't have the depth that some of the other squads have that are contending for this title. So, we'll see how it goes. Right now though, regardless of what happens on Tuesday at Emirates, Aston Villa gave me one hell of a 2025. I mean, Jesus, who would have thought that we would have done what we did this year? So I went in 2025 and saw Aston Villa beat PSG at Villa Park in the Champions League. What a phenomenal experience that was. We're in the Europa League. We're third in that. We're third in the Premiership right now. Even with a loss at the end of the season here, if we lose to Arsenal, we'll still be third. So incredible the year they've given me. Kudos to Unai Emery and what he's done. Absolutely incredible. All right, we got a couple of other things to get to, a lot of other games to get to here, but before we do, I want to say a big thank you to our partners, a big thank you to Soccer World, a big thank you to Next Level Training, a big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars, a big thank you to the Football Doc Dr. Zachary Atwood, and Dog and Pony Show Brewing. Again, our Christmas party is tomorrow night. Join us out there starting at 6 o'clock. All right, fellas, I'm going to put the graphic up here. This should make you a little happy. Man United 1, Newcastle 0. Dorgu with a great goal off the left foot. Voltemade heads the ball out. He kind of strides in there and puts a nice ball into the back of the net. Boys, you got to be happy with this. You're up to 5th in the table. Give it to me. Where are we at? What we got? It's a good game. Newcastle's not a top team right now, but they're doing well. They're ups and downs. That's a good win for you guys.
They had a lot of possession here.
And then we'll go and lose to the Wolves.
Oh my God!
You beat them
please don't.
4-1 the other week.
That's how our life works.
Yeah, it's kind of like one step forward, 2 steps back at the minute.
Really thought you guys were going to be excited about this.
I'm quietly listen. Like, we've got more points at this stage last season. We've got a lot more goals at this point this season. The trouble is we're conceding. I can see signs of them playing better, which has been a really positive thing. But I think he's certainly made some adjustments with the lineup, hasn't he? And the way that they approach the game. I think Jose Mourinho said it best a couple of years ago, and I've always sort of adopted the same philosophy within my coaching career. Is that you've got 2 styles. You have to, in possession of the ball and out of possession of the ball, and you can definitely see in the games. In possession of the ball, they're a lot more comfortable than they are out of possession of the ball.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is quite clear. But being 5th in the table right now, in and around Christmas, a couple of points off 4th, with 6-7 players, first team is out injured, and 2 or 3 off at African Nations Cup. I'm quietly optimistic, but we've still got a long way to go.
Okay, Nate.
I would love to see Sesko start to score.
Yeah,
the guy,
That'd be nice.
the guy you bought.
But don't you think though that his work rate, his lead up play, his holding up the ball, his contributions outside of a goal scoring sense are a lot more positive than
I'd agree.
Forwards that we've had recently.
I'd agree, and it's been for misfortune the last few games that he hasn't scored. Like
he hit the crossbar the other night.
He's hitting crossbars. He's having guys like save things off goal lines that were close to going in. So it's just nice. I think it'd be nice to see him get off the mark a little bit, get a run a few games of the goals. It'll be interesting to see what happens in January. If they bring anyone in. There's little rumors and discussion of players like Xerxes possibly going out.
I was going to say that
others coming in.
The rumors are some of the dead weight's going to get out, right? Like Xerxes or Ugarte. They're going to leave the club to free up some space to bring in players. And
Casemiro.
No, I don't think he's been rumored to be leaving, is he?
I've seen some different things.
So
I hadn't heard that one. I think Ruben Amorim really relies on him.
He does love him.
But you guys are listen. Man United are linked with everybody. You're linked with anybody and everybody. It's a couple of pieces here and there, but right now you've got a very young squad. And
it's
injuries
young.
are telling.
It's young, and I'll tell you this, right? So it's young, but there's a lot of experience there. I mean, before De Ligt got injured several weeks back, Nate and I were talking. He was probably one of the best centre backs that we've had for a long time in terms of consistency, the way he played. It was fantastic. Maguire at Anfield, that sort of like kick-started this revival where they went on 4 or 5 wins on the bounce. And were unbeaten in 8. With a couple of draws here and there. Maguire was fantastic, and then he got injured. Aidan Heavens come in and looked like an absolute steal for £1 million from Arsenal. He's only 19. Lenny Euro's only 19. I know you don't like him too much, but I think he's got a lot of promise.
Sure.
Luke Shaw's, I don't know what has happened to that man. I don't know what fitness program Amarin put on him, but Luke Shaw's been absolutely fantastic this season. And then we got, Martinez back, who was terrific against Newcastle. So I mean, there's a lot of promise there at the back. They need wing backs, which I was kind of disappointed that Semenyo was going to City. Because I thought that he might play off the left as a left wing back and Ahmad on the right. But we're 2 or 3 central midfielders, solid central midfielders, off being a team that you can look at with that manager, because you cannot get rid of that manager for me. I like him too much. He reminds me of, and he's being given sort of like the same latitude that Ralph Rangnick had with getting rid of dead weight, changing the philosophy in the club, changing the atmosphere and the culture in the club. So yeah, I'm a lot more optimistic with that. But I would like to see a couple of central midfielders come in there with us keeping Kobbie Mainoo.
Danny, we're finishing in the beginning, finishing the end of the season here. Man United need to finish top 5, top 7, top 8 for this to be not a wasted year. Where do they need to finish?
I don't think a trophy matters this year, and I'd say that because it's kind of crazy. Not the only thing that they can win this year is the FA Cup, right? So it's not out of their reach. They did it with Ten Hag, which I don't think is out of their realm of possibility. I would say if they get everybody back and they get everybody back healthy and they get in a central midfielder, I wouldn't say a stopgap, because they've definitely gone away from bringing players in that are just stopgaps. They're definitely looking to the future, for players bringing them in. So, I think their number 1 choice right now is Elliot Anderson from Forest as a 6, and he's absolutely incredible. And I would wait until the summer to get him. 100%, I would wait. But I think a Carlos Baleba is a possibility in January. I know he's not played very well for Brighton over the last 6-7 months.
His price tag might have gone down with how poorly he's played in the last couple of months.
But I think his head's been turned by Manchester United. It was in the summer.
Sure.
So, and his manager even said that in the first 3 games this season. So I think a Carlos Baleba potentially in January is an option. There's money definitely there because they were in for Semenyo, right? I like Conor Gallagher from Atletico Madrid. I'd like to see him come in.
He's not a Man United.
It's an interesting one.
He's not good enough.
It's an interesting one, though.
He's a workhorse in the middle of midfield, and that's what they need.
Yep. I do agree with that.
To be honest with you, I mean, we take Bruno Fernandes out of the mix, and I don't know how you feel about this right now, but everybody's saying Ugarte's on his way to Galatasaray and on his way out. I thought Ugarte and Casemiro played absolutely tremendous for that first 60 minutes yesterday.
Isn't that the first game they've won where he's actually started or something like that?
He hasn't played the first game they've won, but I thought Ugarte and Casemiro were great because they're 2 central midfielders. Sure. Nobody's going to convince me that Bruno Fernandes is a 6 or an 8. He's not. And that's probably why he's got injured. I was just talking to me pops about this the other day. Like,
he's working too hard to
get back. He's working too hard in the middle of midfield to track back runners, and that's probably why he's hurt.
Probably. He doesn't cover that much ground usually.
So listen, if they finish 7th and you're in Europa, good enough, well done, move on. Or
I think if they get Champions League football and we get 5 spots like we did last year.
The rumor is England's Premiership is going to get 5. That is the way it is right now because of all the clubs that are in Europe. And how that works is, just everybody's aware, the clubs that are in Europe from England, how well they do predicts if they get that spot. So if all of a sudden the Italian teams who are in Europe, they do way better than they get that spot. But right now it's England who is leading the way.
I think it will end up being the England. So I mean, top 5 is not out of reach, but I would say anywhere from 7 through 4 is realistic for them. But I think these next 3 games here before we play City at home, Leeds, Burnley, and Wolves.
Oh, good Lord.
I mean,
Oh, great. Thanks for playing the bottom of the table for us.
yeah, for those 3 games there, I think you got 12 points that are on offer. If they can get 12 points in the table, and then we played City at home.
Yeah.
We get a point, 13 points from the next 4 games, really propels you in the league. So, I mean, that's how I'm looking at it, really.
Right. Nate, anything to add, my friend?
You'll get Stellar from Stuttgart. That'll make me happy.
That's true. I mean, that is true. Yeah, I do like him as well. I do like him as well.
If he's gonna go anywhere, if I'm gonna lose him at one club, gain him at the other.
Put in a word, Nate. Put in a good word.
I'm making a call.
See what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we got a lot of other games to get to, boys. But it's good to have these conversations again. Let's get back. These are the I want to put not the upcoming games. I want to put the scores up. Here are the scores from the weekend. We just talked about Man United 1, Newcastle 0. Nottingham Forest 1, Man City 2. Kind of an expected result there, to be honest. West Ham 0, Fulham 1. West Ham, I cannot believe they're going to go down like this. I thought bringing Nuno in was going to help, but good Lord, they just cannot stop losing games.
The bubbles are popping.
Oh, they're popping right off the bat there.
Yep.
Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. This is a bit of an interesting game. Florian Wirtz played very well. By the way, it's interesting. Salah goes off to AFCON. Isak gets hurt and allows this space and Florian Wirtz to do some work, and all of a sudden he becomes the man with the ball and scoring goals. Scored a very nice goal. The interesting part about this game was Wolves dominated for large periods, by the way. Mm-hmm. Wolves, with a little bit more clinical, they could have won this game 3-2. They had the opportunities. I was impressed with them. Strand Larson played well for Wolves. I really thought in the end Wolves deserved a point from this at a minimum. We're very unlucky not to get it.
With Mo Salah going off to AFCON, right?
Yep.
Does anybody else get this feeling that at the start of the season, remember last year we were sat here, I remember one of the shows we were sat here last year and we were talking about the big 3 at Liverpool, right? We were talking about Trent, we were talking about Salah, we were talking about Virgil van Dijk, and all 3 of them were on the chopping block. Well, not on the chopping block, but Trent
rumored to be leaving.
Rumored to be going, right?
Yep.
Trent was gone.
Yep.
Right. Trent was.
We knew that
Trent
one.
was always going, and there was this dark sort of cloud over the fact that Salah and Virgil van Dijk were sort of like the new manager coming in. They won the league again. They were maybe going to pastures new, cashing in on the next big contract. With the way that Liverpool are performing now, since Salah's gone for AFCON and been dropped, I almost think that Liverpool they're not all lights, camera, action at the minute, like typical Liverpool over the last 6-7 years, but they're sort of professional in their approach to performances. It's not lights, camera, action. They might get outplayed at times, but they've still got quality players in that team that can hurt you, right? And my personal opinion is that Salah comes back and they get rid of him in January. That would be for me. And then at the end of the season, they get rid of Van Dijk as well.
I 100%
I
think that would be the best thing for the club.
Yeah, and they completely revamp that back 4.
Yep.
Get rid of Konate as well, by the way. Get rid of Konate, get rid of Virgil van Dijk, bring in Guehi, bring in another centre back, maybe the kid from Sunderland. What's his name? Sorry.
Oh, the Irish guy?
Yeah, he'd be a great one.
He's
Bring
been
someone
good for them.
That quality in. And Mo Salah, he doesn't play defense. He sticks out wide. He can only go to 1 foot. And I think he's been found out because he's lost half a step to a step this year. I think he's been found out. I think the best thing they can do is cash in January, like you said.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting, because it's been a lot said about his tracking back, and he's not obviously not coming back, but it almost like leaves the outside defender out. You're hanging him out to dry a little bit, and in Klopp's team, right, and even Slot's team last year when he took over, because it was basically Klopp's team.
Oh yeah,
right? It wasn't. He made no signing, so there was mutual trust and respect with Trent and Salah.
Yep.
Right, because they've been doing it for years. Trent was almost like resigned to the fact that Salah wasn't going to come back and track.
Mm-hmm.
But Liverpool played in such a different way under Klopp that Salah didn't need to track.
One of the 100% agreed, but I think what gets lost here, a lot of it is one, Jota obviously passing. We understand that. What we've heard is he was the heart and soul of the team. Okay, that's terrible to get over that. But I think Diaz going to Bayern Munich, I think that workhorse, the amount of things he created, space he created, goals he created, you miss that, you miss Jota, you lose a step from Salah, you lose a step or two from Virgil van Dijk, and now you're seeing what's happened. But by the way, they've quietly in the last couple of weeks climbed into 4th position in the table.
I think the Isak injury is not gonna hurt Liverpool.
Agreed.
That's what he said.
It's actually going to promote them in the sense that to me, I didn't understand why they went and got Isak, because
Etike.
Etike, that lad. He's
From
been
Frankfurt.
He's been phenomenal
Yeah.
all season, right?
The
And,
Bundesliga.
when he's played centrally, he's been great. You're right in a sense that when Diaz got sold, they never replaced him
Nope.
because Gapco's not the answer.
Not
Nope.
the answer.
Not at all. But you can get away with it by playing Gapco on one side, Salah on the other, and Etike down the middle.
I think Gapco is a very good player, but
Yeah,
he's
you can
not
get away with it.
Diaz. He's not a workhorse, and he's just a little bit of a luxury type player. And then when you've got Salah on the other side, you're like, well, this isn't very much of a threat. Ekitike is phenomenal, though. I think you put 2 players on the outside of him who can run with the ball, and Florian Wirtz behind him. Oh my word!
I saw something today, and it was kind of weird to see it. But another Dutch player being linked, and obviously Arne Slot's Dutch, right? So Liverpool were linked with Memphis Depay.
Oh good
today.
lord!
As a
Actually, for a minute,
That's
I
some
kind of
pace, though.
wanted him at United.
He's got some pace.
as like a forward.
yeah,
Like
he's-
I think
you could get him for cheap. Like
If you got him for cheap, I mean, he's still got pace where he can blow by guys. He's not Luis Diaz. I'm just not saying he's not a finisher like Diaz.
I
But
mean, I don't know what his age is, but does he have many years left?
is he at Barcelona right now?
no,
No, he left.
No.
like in Brazil, I think.
Yeah, he's out. In
Oh, is he?
Mexico
Then Ben,
somewhere, yeah.
but then Ben Jacobs today was all over the fact that the Semino deal, with City and all that sort of stuff. That it's not a done deal yet.
Not yet.
Mhm.
Liverpool is sniffing again.
Yeah.
You know,
Interesting. I don't even know where to go with this Emmanuel to Man City thing. I think that's a terrible move. He's just going to get lost in the shuffle there and be on the bench after a couple of weeks. But there's better clubs for him to go to. And again, I'll put Villa out there. If he came to Villa, he'd be starting every week and scoring goals. Go to City, you're probably going to win something. You win a trophy there, though.
I just
and
think
get triple the salary. So.
for me, I just think when Salah comes back, it's like, well, what do I do with you? Especially if Liverpool go on a run. Like you said, they've still done. I mean, now you got to play the game of you're not good for us in the starting lineup, and Virgil van Dijk's out. I mean, like Nate said, Isak's gone, and Ekitike, it was.
I don't think Arne Slot will have any problem benching him and saying,
Yeah.
Our team's flying without you right now. Sit on the bench. Look what he did before he left for AFCON.
Yeah.
Sat him on the bench.
That's why I agree with Danny that he'll get sold to the Saudi League or wherever they want to sell him in January, and they'll get some money for him, and they'll figure it out from there. But
quietly they've climbed into 4th in the table. Liverpool, are up into 4th in the table with 32 points. They went past Chelsea this weekend. All right, let's go back. All right, so Liverpool 2, Wolves 1, Burnley 0, Everton 0. Dull affair there. Brentford 4, Bournemouth 1. I expected more from Bournemouth out of this game, by the way. I thought this was a chance for them to really climb, but Brentford, Jordan Henderson got that team humming along. Well done to them.
well, they're Bournemouth. They're boring,
They're boring. Well,
Yeah.
since Tyler Adams has got injured, they've got nothing.
That is a huge injury for them, to be honest with you, because
That's a huge
he covered a lot of ground for them and did a lot of stuff in the
tell you
midfield.
what, the 4-4 draw at Old Trafford wasn't boring.
Fair enough.
True. That's
Yeah.
true. And that's when Adams got injured in the first 2 or 3 minutes on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was trying to block a shot and his twisted.
MCL, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
bummer on that, huh? He just can't stay healthy. It's incredible. Arsenal 2, Brighton 1. Odegaard played very well. Entertaining game here.
A
Arsenal,
lot of shots for Arsenal.
Tons of shots. Just
I mean, I can read
really.
the stats,
I do want to hear the stats on the Arsenal
Yeah.
Brighton.
So the possession wasn't actually horrible. It was 53%, for Arsenal. 47 obviously for Brighton. Expected goals 3.08 for Arsenal versus 0.85 for Brighton.
Brighton.
Well, that's shots, just 24 total shots for Arsenal, 8 for Brighton. And if you want to look at the breakdown of the shots, so 6 on target of the 24. So they were obviously missing the goal a bunch. 8 were off target. 4 inside the box for Arsenal, 3 outside the box. Nothing hit the woodwork. They consider in the Premier that they had 3 big chances created. But yeah, I mean, they could have easily won this game by a lot more, to be honest with you, with just the amount of shots they had.
That's what I'm not convinced by Arsenal. I'm
But
really
yeah,
not.
it seems like they just can't score.
I'm really not.
Are you thinking City's going to win this year? Thinking City's going to run away with it after a couple of weeks here?
No,
They've
I
just
don't.
done it before. I think they
I
do.
don't. I don't. I honestly don't. I think those 3 at the top will keep picking up points. Arsenal are grinding out results right now. Villa are grinding out results. City weren't convincing at Forest either.
No, they weren't.
You know,
You can only do that for so long and grind out results before all of a sudden an injury or just a slump in form. I think City, we know what Pep does. We know what he does in the back half of a season. He gets his team humming along, and it's win, win, win. Oh, a draw. Win, 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 win. I just see them clicking into gear.
it'll be the fixtures against each other. So Tuesday will be interesting. Villa, Arsenal.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal, City coming up. Interesting. City, Villa. Interesting.
And then even the Derby game with City Man United, interesting game because that's a Derby game. Who knows where that goes and what happens?
It's a derby. It's at Old Trafford. You know, they'll have players back at that point. You know, if they go and win these next 3 games on the bounce, there's confidence and attitude going into a Manchester derby that could swing it. You know, it's definitely an interesting table right now, especially the top 3.
I'm actually just and I said this a couple of weeks ago, Danny. I'm just happy that Villa are up there taking points off the big boys to hold them in, to say this is going to be a title race for everybody to watch. We don't want to watch Arsenal run away with it. We don't want to watch Man City run away with it again. Villa nicking points off people, off the top boys, and saying, no, we're going to hold you with us, and this is going to be a real title race. And I hate to say it, and I apologize, but that 2012, the final day, the final kick of the ball, how exciting was that for every single fan in the world, right? Your team unfortunately lost, but even if you'd won to the final kick of the ball, that was what, as fans, we want.
Right.
That's what we want. We don't want to see what's happened the last several years where Man City run away with it.
Sure.
Oh, Liverpool won it with 3 weeks. You know, everybody's going to give them the guard of honor, and agreed. Brooks, were you saying you think that Man City will run away with this? They'll.
I told you, was it last week or the week before? They've just been there, done that.
Before.
They just they've figured out the formula of what you do and how you get done with it, and how you just run away with it or just squeak it out in the end. Now, Arsenal and Man City, they don't play till the 18th of April.
Oh,
So they've got a while before they play each other.
that's quite a.
So,
That's a
that's
hell of a
1, 2, 3. That's one of the last 6 games for Arsenal. Arsenal, obviously, Man City, then they play Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, and Crystal Palace to finish the season. But that's still a while, and a lot of things can happen. And I'm curious to see where those 2 sit in the table.
See, if Villa can just hang in there, right, in and around that top 3, couple of points difference here and there when the Champions League starts again, and Arsenal and City are playing Wednesday, Saturday,
Sure.
Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday.
We're in Europa, so we go Thursday,
Yeah.
Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. Oh.
But I always think the Europa League for me is always you can get away with it. You can get away with resting 2 or 3 players of your top players before you go into the weekend.
Sure.
In the Champions League, you really can't, not in that format.
Agreed.
So it all depends.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Hey.
Hopefully, they can keep it there. Yeah.
We got this.
Who's we?
We
We as a group here.
as a group.
Yeah.
We got this.
We
So on the 17th, City have to play United.
Yep.
We'll take 3 points from them. Easy.
confidently there.
Confident. And then on the 25th, Arsenal have to play United. We'll take another 3 points off.
Woo. So you guys
And
gonna
then
hold
so
them?
we got this for you.
Oh, I appreciate.
And then you're gonna jump to first.
that provided we keep winning.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I just laid it out.
Mate, we will not be able to show up here in May if they win the league.
We will
We will not be able to.
We
show up
will.
here in May if they win the league.
if we beat City
Oh.
and Arsenal.
We'd
help them.
have
And you play Man City the last game of the season.
We would have to.
Really? I didn't even look.
Yeah, May 24th. You play Man City the last game, and Man City's at home. It looks
However,
Of
Hearn,
course it's at home.
Yeah.
your Europa demise will come when you play Stuttgart.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay
You
with
win
it.
the league,
Aren't you going to that game
I'm
though?
all right
with
with
our
it.
help,
I'm all right with that. Listen, if
but you lose to Stuttgart.
Villa win the league, you boys can show up here because I'll be drunk and probably passed out for weeks.
Pantsless.
Weeks.
Pantsless.
Have fun.
Really?
I
We're
won't even
texting
be-
Craig. Where are you, Craig?
Drunk again.
We need to make sure that we get
Can your liver
cash
handle?
out of the bank so that we can go to the hardware store and get the shovel and the lime and all that. 'Cause we'll end up coming here and knocking them off. There'll just be an effigy there. So
You always wouldn't. Oh, I mean, golly. Again, I just don't think we have.
Where
the
would
squad.
this rate on your life events?
Yeah, if Villa win the Premier League, where's it rank?
you know what we should do? Actually, you know what we should do? We're at the halfway point right now in the league, right?
18 games.
Predictions?
We're at the halfway point. We could do a halfway point prediction right now.
I like
Last
that.
show before Christmas. Before
Yeah.
New Year, we can do a halfway show prediction of who's going to win the Premier League right now.
Well, Brooks,
Are we gonna put top 5?
No, let's just see who's gonna win it.
Okay.
Brooks, I think you made your point. You think City's gonna win?
Yes,
Okay, so you got Man City.
I do.
All right, we'll go around the room. Danny, who you got?
I'm a dark arts type person, so I'm going to go Villa.
My new best friend.
I am going to go Villa.
Oh. Go on, Nate.
Is it to me?
Yeah, it's to you.
All right.
Well, you know what Izzy's going to be, don't you?
Well, I know who it's going to be. We all know who it's going to be.
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart. Who's going to win the Premier League? What?
Forget it. Forget it. All right, who's gonna win the Premier League?
My heart wants to say Arsenal is going to finally do it this year. They're going to finally do it. But we all know damn well Pep's going to do it. we all know.
Yep.
It's just going to be Pep. Everyone's healthy and back now, and they got a goalkeeper that's really good.
Yep.
They probably got the best forward in the world.
And they have other goal scorers that can score.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Nate and Brooks. I think Man City, they've just been there. They've done it before. They're gearing up. Danny, I love your pick. I really hope that comes true. My God, if that comes true.
But back to you. Well, yeah, what's going to happen? Where's that rank? Like he asked you, where's that rank
Where
on
do you think that would rank in my life events?
number 1?
Number 2.
Be careful, your wife watches the show.
I hope my wife's not watching. What would be ahead of that?
Your first goal.
First goal?
Yeah.
I don't remember my first goal.
Oh.
I don't remember that. No, it'd be one. It'd be one. They win the Premiership. Oh, it's over. Like that's it. Number 1.
Did it?
Well,
Does your
yeah.
Michigan State goal against Butler, does that rank up there? Wasn't that the only one that helped Michigan State advance in the
Then I got
tournament?
an assist.
He
on the
hasn't
second
got any goals of memory. They're all tap-ins. Everybody else does the work, man. Puts the ball in the 6-yard box, and he's there just to tap it in.
one. I wish that's the way it was. No, I mean that would probably be in the top 5, top 10.
Yeah.
Kids, wife, marriage, all that good stuff. But no, yeah, Premiership win. 1. See ya. I'm drunk for a week.
Yeah, they've done it before, though.
No, they haven't.
Win the Premier League?
No.
Premier League started in '92.
Yeah.
First time, the first
The
1992-93.
league, whatever.
Manchester United won it. Villa finished second, and we've never been close since.
Yeah, but you won the league.
We've won the league. We won the old
What you
Division
won.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackburn have won the league before they
Yeah.
Premier League.
Last time we won was 81-82.
So joining the
When
illustrious
you weren't around yet.
No, I was born in.
Are you
80.
born?
I was around. One.
So
That was Ron Atkinson, wasn't it? The manager?
joining the illustrious ranks of Blackburn
Mm,
is
yes.
where you strive to be.
Yes.
Or Leicester.
Or
Yeah, Leicester, yeah.
I mean, listen,
I'm really just popping the bubble.
Leicester fans
Yeah.
are still living, and they should be.
Or Nottingham Forest.
They didn't. I mean, they've won years and years ago, but the Premiership.
Was it?
Premiership's been Man City, Liverpool, Man United,
Chelsea.
Careful.
Chelsea.
Careful.
That's it.
The Premier League has been Manchester United and then a couple of other teams below it. Let's just get that real clear real quick. Let's just get, there's Man United right there on its own. And then there's a couple of other clubs behind it with a couple.
Yeah.
What's the couple?
He doesn't
Is it
want-
Man City right behind you, technically?
No. What, with 5?
I'd say five.
What?
Is it only 5?
5?
Yeah,
Is it really? I feel like it's
Liverpool's
been more.
I don't got
three.
13, mate.
Yeah.
They're right behind you.
Right behind you. Less than halfway
Who has
behind
more?
you.
I don't think anyone else has more. No. More than Man City. I think they are second at least.
Yeah, City is. Well,
Chelsea, maybe.
Chelsea, Arsenal. Well, Chelsea are 4, I think.
4. Okay.
Arsenal
They're sitting around the
3.
same. Yeah.
Arsenal definitely have 3 that we know of.
Mhm.
Yeah, but everybody-
Liverpool have 1 or 2, right?
2.
2.
Liverpool have 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Only in recent years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously.
So
Leicester
Chelsea
City in
sits second with Premier League titles.
Second or third.
All right, moving on. Let's get to the rest of the games here. Obviously, we talked about Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1, Sunderland 1, Leeds 1. This game was a very interesting game.
Brendan Aronson did really well.
Brendan Aronson did very well. Some great goals in this game, some great play back and forth. This looked like a classy championship game, to be honest, and that's what it was last year. 1-1, great game. That's all I got. If you're interested in watching, go find this game because what a game. Crystal Palace 0, Spurs 1. This game was very interesting. Crystal Palace dominated for large portions of this game. Mateta was off the mark. Crystal Palace just way off the mark here. I could not find the net. But it's Spurs pop up and Gray with his first goal, Premier League goal. Good for them. Spurs need.
Do you know what? I was watching it in the gym.
Yeah.
Right. I was watching it in the gym, and I just thought to myself that old Roy Keane quote. It's only Spurs. Honestly, it was boring.
Yeah.
I thought it was boring.
I didn't think it was boring. I thought Palace put some good opportunities together. They just lack of class and lack of.
It was
finishing.
a performance from Tottenham that we cannot lose today. Right.
It'd be bad if they had lost.
Yeah, we cannot lose today, or his job is on the line. So it was that type of performance from them, and then Palace was just, I mean,
I think I'm gonna cut you off here and say I think they just heard their manager in the press this week say, I'm not gonna sign a new contract.
he's gone. He's out the door.
He's out the door.
He's out the door in January or the summer.
And the Palace players and the fans went, we'll show up and see if we can get something out of this, but if not, we're back to being mediocre again. Yeah, Chris Richards, by the way, injured. He's out.
I mean, he's
Suspected, though, just a cut with stitches. They thought maybe he broke something at first, but he was stretchered off. This was the last game, not tonight, but he should be back in the next week or two, so that's good news there. But Oliver Glasner, interesting to see where he ends up. I really rate him as a coach, come in and done a very good job with a average to less than average team in Crystal Palace. So unfortunately for Crystal Palace and their fans, they've decided they're not going to spend any money, and he's pissed off about it, so he's going to leave.
Back to the Bundesliga.
He may go there, but I think you'll find
Where he
another.
came from.
I think you'll find another spot in the Premier League. I think he's done a very good job.
It's a long schedule. You get holidays off.
yeah.
Have you been to the German Christmas markets? They're delightful.
I really
They're
do.
delightful.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have German Christmas markets in England.
No, you do not.
Yeah. So what do you do there?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Exactly.
All right, so those are the games. Those are the scores. Here is your upcoming games, if I could find it. There we go. All right, so here are the games that are coming up. West Ham versus coming up next, by the way. West Ham versus Brighton. That game is played Thursday.
Brighton have
The
to win
30th.
that one.
Yeah, West Ham at home, by the way.
Dropping down the table quickly.
Nottingham Forest versus Everton. Chelsea, Bournemouth. Chelsea can get back to winning ways with Bournemouth the way they've been playing. Burnley, Newcastle. Newcastle can get back to winning ways the way Burnley's been playing. Man United host Wolves. 8-5-5. Man United 0-16-2. Wolves. Man United just beat Wolves 4-1 at Wolves. So
Do you want in on this? We have Craig and I have a bet board on this one about Wolves. So what it was over under was 11 points, right?
yeah, so are Wolves going to get over 11 points this season?
Or under.
Under.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we have these over under
They
set
got
at
2 points
two.
right now, Danny.
Yeah. 2 points right
I
now.
don't think they'll win another game all season.
You answered the next question.
And then the next one was we have over under for league wins. It's 2, and both. I think I'm under. Craig went over.
Under.
See, he agrees with me. I think they'll be the first.
So poor.
I think they will be the first Power 5, league club to not win a league game.
First
That's
ever
never
Power
happened.
Five.
Yeah.
First ever team in a
I
Power
think
Five
that'll-
to not win a game if
Yeah.
that happens. But
Yeah.
the way they played today against Liverpool, this weekend against Liverpool, you're just thinking at some point they got to put that performance together against a lower opposition and win a game.
The assumption there is that none of their star players leave in January.
This is true. Yeah, it's
Correct, because you think a few of them will. Yeah.
Gomez is on the
chopping block
chopping
there.
block to
So is
go.
Larson Strand.
They need to sell because they're going down.
Oh, they're definitely going out.
So they need to prepare.
Want to jump. But then you've got the opportunity where a couple of kids can come in and show what they're worth. And listen, 36 games, you got to fall into a win
I
somewhere.
think they got the wrong manager as well.
You don't have to, but you think you have to, but
Anyway, all right.
unless they're that depressed and just utterly hate the club or the manager.
It's an opportunity to play in the Premier League and, be a professional and move to a better club.
Nah, nobody wants to do that.
Nobody
No.
All right. So Man United hosting Wolves, Arsenal hosting Aston Villa. That is a 12. That is the Tuesday. At 3:15 Eastern Time kickoff. Liverpool hosting Leeds, Crystal Palace hosting Fulham, Sunderland hosting Man City.
Come on, Sunderland.
That could be an interesting game. Sunderland do well. They play well at home.
Yep.
City go into that Stadium of Light.
Hard to
See if
play
they can
there.
Do anything. Brentford hosting Spurs. Brentford just beat Bournemouth 4-1 this weekend. Spurs beat Crystal Palace 1-0. Hey, Brentford, this might be an opportunity to put a couple wins together for you. By the way, Brentford 8-2. Here's the table real quick. Arsenal leading the way on 42 points. Manchester City on 40. Villa on 39. Dropping down to 4th is Liverpool on 32 points. And you got Chelsea and Manchester United in 5th and 6th, both on 29 points. Manchester United falling to 6 on goal difference there. Sunderland quietly in the 7th spot in the 28th with 28 points. Brentford in 8th on 26 points. Crystal Palace, Fulham, Tottenham up to 11th now on 25 points of that win today. Everton, Brighton, Newcastle to 14th, Bournemouth to 15th, Leeds at 16th, Nottingham Forest at 17th. And rounding out your bottom three, West Ham on 13 points, Burnley on 12 points, and Wolves on 2 points. Negative 29 goal difference. Listen, West Ham United 18th on 13 points. They're 5 points from safety. Boys, is that the way it's going to be? Is that how it's going to be? Is it going to be West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves who go down?
I think so. I don't think they get out any of those three teams.
Danny, to West Ham put it together? Can they get points? Jared Bowen, Soucek, and Adeola in the back. Can they put it together and get points?
I'm looking at the table right now, and I'm just thinking to myself that Forest are doing too much under Dyche, for them to go down. Can you pull it up again?
Yep.
Yeah, Forest are doing too much for me. I think Leeds will stay up. Yeah, that bottom three looks right to me. Yeah, it does look right to me.
They're a huge club in a big stadium. They're going to go down.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Newcastle, like 14th, 23 points. I mean, that's 10 points off 18th. I mean, they're that's set, pretty safe.
They're safe, but unfortunately, they got big owners who expect results. Eddie Howe could find himself out of a job. Yeah, there's some big clubs down at the bottom struggling right there.
I mean, usually, like a 5-point gap between 18th and 17th right now, halfway through that's a big gap.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're bottom of the table.
Yep.
It's a big gap when you've got to claw that back. I mean, some of those games are going to be 6-pointers for some of those teams that they play.
Yeah, it's going to be fun when those teams play. Absolutely, 100%. All right, we got a couple of other things we're going to get to here, boys, and we're going to do that right after this.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just going to do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh, wow, that's not MLS. Cool.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump. Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin, you know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Hug, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, couple other things to get to here before we head on off for the night. Listen, Christian Pulisic, his AC Milan team won again 3-0 today. He gets on the score sheet. What an absolute stunning year he is having. Brooks, did you say he's got 25 goals? Or excuse me, 10 goals this year in the season?
He's got 10 goals in all competitions for AC Milan. That's what I heard watching some clips today. And then he's got 8 goals total for AC Milan this year in the league. So
he's having a hell of a year. Again, do you know since he has hit the Serie A, he is second in goal scoring behind only Lautaro Martinez?
yeah, I believe
Martinez
it.
has 53 goals in the last 3 seasons. Pulisic has 50.
Yeah.
He's not even like a forward goal scorer. He's more of a midfielder who comes back, and it's incredible what he's doing out there, man.
I'm not taking anything away from Pulisic because I actually like the young man, you know. But it's Italy. It's Italy.
Ooh, that
Kind of mean.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean-
thought he was gonna say something.
No, I'm not. I'm just, you know, I mean, even going back to when I was a young boy, like watching Channel 4 on a Sunday with my grandfather watching Serie A, you know, and
That's what you fall asleep to.
yeah, you know, you have your Christmas lunch with your parents with the Yorkshire puddings and the gravy and
Roast beef, yeah.
roast beef and all that sort of stuff, and then you turn on Serie A and you take a snooze in the afternoon. You know?
Jeez.
It's just
But it is. It's slower. It's more methodical. It's more tactical. It's come a long way. It's more entertaining now. But
Hey, it was really good when the OG Ronaldo was in there.
oh yeah,
I mean, that was one of the top leagues in the world.
you have these players that get into that league and just excel and make it great. And I think Pulisic is one of those players now who's doing that.
hey, listen, man, like I'm taking nothing away from it. Back in the early 2000s when Juve had Zidane and you know and Pirlo and
Oh.
well, Pirlo was at AC Milan with Maldini and you know Nesta and you know they were absolutely phenomenal teams. I remember-
Seedorf was there too, right?
Yeah, Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
I mean, they were very, very good
Kaká.
teams back then. When Mourinho's Inter Milan team that won the Champions League that year against Bayern Munich
Yep.
at the Bernabeu, class teams. But last 10 years, it's not great.
Yeah, it's dropped off a bit for sure.
But great for Christian Pulisic. Great for the U.S. men's national team. What he's doing out there, he's regained his form. I think it's the best place for him at the moment, especially heading into 2026 World Cup here. So great for him. All right, we're gonna jump around a little bit here. Boxing Day, there was one match on. I believe it was a Man United match, right? And great, good. Watch that, and then all of a sudden it's like, what else do I do? I expected a full log of games here. It's unfortunate the way everything fell here. By the way, next year, Boxing Day, full slate.
Yeah.
We're back to a full slate. Everybody's playing on Boxing Day, so happy there. But this year, I said, what else am I gonna do? I need
Yeah,
games.
Bundesliga's on vacation.
Yeah.
What else
What are you
am I
gonna do?
You know what I did?
I don't know.
I went and watched Wrexham versus Sheffield United, and I said, okay, well, Wrexham are doing okay. This will be an interesting game. We'll see what happens. Sheffield United scored. Patrick Bamford, by the way, played for Sheffield United. They scored. Scored in the 8th minute. I'm like, oh, great. 2 minutes later, Wrexham scored. Sheffield United scored again. By like the 25th minute mark, it was 3-1 Sheffield United. I went, all right, well, we'll see how this ends up. And 5-3 was the final. I mean, it was just goals galore, an 8-goal thriller for Wrexham. It was a phenomenal game. Wrexham really have come a long way. The class,
They didn't start off very well.
the class of football they're playing now is so different from watching them a couple of years ago, and I think they've, it's got to be so unique because if you think about, let's think about Villa or Man United. They'll bring in 2 or 3 players in the summer or January, right? 2 or 3 players here or there. Wrexham in the last 5 years have like turned over the team 3 or 4 times. You jump a league, you got to turn over, you got to get better players, right? Then you jump another league. Well, now you got to turn over the rest of your squad. So the players that helped you jump, 2 years ago, they're
Where are they in
gone.
the championship right now?
So they're at the table right now. So they're sitting at 13th right now, tied for 31 points with Southampton and Leicester, who are above and below them.
They're not going up this year.
No, probably not. I mean, They were at one point kind of there. They were close to it, but they dropped some games and they haven't, won like they needed to.
The key for them, and the owners is to sustain their league position.
Yep.
Because they get parachute money from the Premier League. Every team gets money from the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So they get, they'll get decent amount of money.
The higher you can finish, the better, the more money you'll get. Absolutely. But it's about sustainability. You climbed, you got promoted, you got promoted. All right, now just chill, right? They're having a whole new stand built. It's going to be massive.
Yeah, the cop.
Get comfortable with the championship. The championship is one of the hardest leagues in the world. Man, it is grueling. Do you know one of the great things about watching that game, about 8 goals was? And it took me a couple of goals to figure it out. Like, no VAR.
Yeah, there's no VAR
VAR.
there. Yeah, not on that level.
And every single time I was like, are they going to check that? It looked like his kneecap might have suspiciously been. Oh, yeah, there's no VAR. And the next goal he goes is like, are you going to check that pass? Because he looked like he might have been. Oh, no VAR.
Coventry are doing absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to bring
They're
that
doing
up.
good.
51
Right?
points.
Yeah.
Frank Lampard,
Yeah.
incredible.
He's going to get to the Premiership, probably get them relegated, then get sacked. That's his MO.
I mean,
He's doing well. He's turned Haji Wright around.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did well. I mean, to be fair though, I think Frank Lampard has done it right with the teams that he's. I mean, anybody comes back and says, you want to go and play for your club, you want to go and manage the club that you were famous at.
Oh, that's tough.
Yes, everybody's going to do that. If Slot got sacked tomorrow and they called up Gerrard, he'd go right away, whether he's qualified or not.
Yep.
I mean, you can almost argue Tuchel won that 1 year with all of Lampard's players.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So I mean, like he did well at Derby.
Oh, he did
Lampard
very well at
did
Derby.
Very well at Derby in the Championship. He's doing very well at Coventry. He got Derby promoted.
Yep.
He's probably going to get Coventry promoted. I mean, good luck to the lad.
It's very interesting to see him do well after a couple of years in the Premiership of just so-ness with Chelsea.
And do you want me to read the top 5? I got it here.
Yeah, please go for it.
Yeah, so Coventry is in first with 51 in the EFL Championship. Our good team, Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough.
My bad.
Sorry for the mispronunciation.
Yeah.
So Aidan Morris on that squad as well, U.S. men's national team, sitting at 43 points in second place. Ipswich Town in third with 38. So that club trying to get back up there. And then Hull City in fourth with 38. And then Preston in fifth with 37.
Can you think if Hull, Ipswich, and Preston get up to the Premier League? That'd be incredible.
Preston would be a good one.
That'd be great.
Preston would be a good one. It's just right outside where my folks live in Blackpool. That's a big rivalry town. Ipswich, Kieran McKenna doing a wonderful job at Ipswich.
Yeah.
But that's a big gap, 38 to 51 points.
You just need to get into the playoffs. Just need to finish top 6.
Yeah. What Coventry 51. Next one's 43.
Yep, Middlesbrough
Coventry
43, and then Ipswich is 38 with Hull City at 38, and Preston's at 37.
Where's Birmingham City at?
Your Birmingham City not your Birmingham City, your rivals, the one you hate, sit in 15th with 30 points.
Yeah.
Might be going down.
Suck it, Tom Brady.
Well, Sheffield Wednesday have -8 points. Could they get point reduction?
Twice.
So they're going down.
They're in huge trouble right now.
Norwich City, 21. So I was shocked. They've done well the past couple of years, and
All of a
just
sudden
to see
they've
them
really
there.
dropped off this year, yeah.
And then
Still there.
22 is Portsmouth with 22 points, but Oxford United has 22 points as well, and then Swansea sit in 20th with 26 points.
Interesting. We need to keep tabs on the championship a little bit more. I love the championship.
Yeah,
Watch it enough because of all the other Premiership.
Yeah.
And,
Well, when's the last time Preston have been up in the Premier League?
Long time.
oh, Christ.
Long time?
It's a Tom Finney era. So Tom Finney's a legend there.
Mhm.
And
A long time. Did they visit the Premiership in the 90s for a year or two?
no, Blackpool did.
Yeah.
Blackpool did. in the two-
And Hull City's been there, obviously, right?
Hull City was
Yeah,
there.
Hull City were there because Steve Bruce was manager.
Mm-hmm.
Portsmouth were in the Premier League. Swansea, Ipswich obviously last year.
Obviously last
Yeah,
year, the
Watford's in
year
8th
before,
right now. QPR's in 9th.
Just those smaller teams, right? Like the
Yeah.
smaller clubs. It's great to see them do that. Hopefully they don't pull a Luton.
Yeah, they're really
Up for a
sinking.
year, then sinking like a stone, right?
Yeah.
All right, boys, 2 more things for us to get to here. I want to chat to you about John Terry selling some memorabilia to raise money for for some charities. Okay, I've got a picture up of John Terry right now. It's a very iconic picture. It's when he's taking that penalty.
I was gonna bring that one up, actually.
Yeah.
When he slips.
He's slipping. He's selling this shirt. So the bad thing is he actually, I don't know. Listen, we can say whatever we want. I actually really like John Terry. Not because he went to Villa and was there as a player and then a manager, but listening to him talk and then reading a lot about him, he's very level-headed. And yes, he made some mistakes in life. He's the first to admit that every time. But he's raising money for some charities that are close to him, close to his heart. But he did say after he took that penalty kick, he considered some bad stuff. He was in a very bad spot.
Yeah, he was suicidal. Yeah, he was
Wow.
suicidal. Yeah, he actually there's a documentary about him not too long after that was taken, and he went on international duty. So England played friendlies about 4 or 5 days after that final, and the Man United players were in the squad. And he said, and he scored in that first friendly at Wembley. And he goes, I went back to my hotel room. I goes, I couldn't go down. I couldn't face it.
Yep.
You know, and the England manager came up, but absolutely incredible centre back.
Oh, one of the best ever to play in the Premier League.
One of the best to ever play in the Premier League. Up there with Rio Ferdinand, Vidic.
Yep.
You know,
all of them.
very good player.
Yeah. So he is selling a bunch of his gear. That shirt, I believe, is being sold for a couple $7,000 or $8,000. He is selling his Premier League 2004-2005 Premier League medal, championship medal. That's going to go for quite a sum. Let me see if I can find it here. He has a couple of shirts he's picked up along the way. Oh, by the way, he's also, I don't know if you remember when they won the Champions League, 2011-2012 Champions League trophy. He was the full kit. He had the full kit and he didn't play.
Right.
Remember, he came out dressed in a full kit, even though he didn't play to accept the trophy.
Yeah.
He's selling that. So the Premier League medal he's selling could go for around £75,000. His personal Champions League trophy replica could go for about £4,000. Match worn 2007-2008 Chelsea Champions League finals shirt. That shirt is going to go for about £3,700. Player worn 2012 shirt, £2,000. Now that's just some of the stuff he's selling. A match worn Villa shirt for £740. Some other appearances. Average shirt's about £700 or £800. Other stuff he's selling. He has a Lionel Messi match-worn jersey from the 2006-2007 season. About £20,000 that'll go for. He has a Cristiano Ronaldo match-worn and signed 2007-2008 Manchester United shirt. Danny, if you're interested, that's £7,500.
I've got one.
Okay. If you need
Signed.
£7,500,
It's authentic.
yeah.
It's sitting in my house right now.
Rio Ferdinand match-worn shirt, £740. Couple Gigi Buffon, Thierry Henry, Steven Gerrard, Leonardo Bonucci, Ashley Cole, Frank Lampard, a couple other players. About £700-800. All these things. So he's open to raise several £100,000 with the sale of all this to go to charities. Because essentially he's come out and he said, you know, these are great. I've got the memories. I don't need all this stuff. And frankly, a couple of the pieces he doesn't want to remember. Good for him, though. So if you're interested, look that up. I believe it starts on Wednesday of this week. So, yeah. Interesting, though.
Yeah. You can also buy Inter Miami's grass from their field, too.
I heard that. It's a couple $100.
Did you read my Substack article? Because it was in there.
Yes. A couple $100 or something like that.
Starts at, you get a little keychain was something like $50, and then the biggest package was $750.
Not buying grass.
Yeah, I know, from their memorable season.
Even if the goat was walking on it, not
Yeah.
buying it. All right, last but not least, I want to invite everybody out tomorrow night to join us at Dog and Pony Show Brewing. 6 o'clock, trivia 7 to 9. We got trivia, we got door prizes, charitable donations, beer, fun, and much more. Maybe a scavenger hunt, as I said. Lots for us to do tomorrow night. Make sure you're there at Dog and Pony Show Brewing in Oak Park. A big thank you to our partners and sponsors. Big thank you to Soccer World. Big thank you to Next Level Training. A big thank you to Michigan Jaguars. A big thank you to Football Doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. And again, Dog and Pony Show Brewing, as we will be out there tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap us up for the night. Everybody if we don't see you tomorrow night at the party, have a safe and happy New Year's. We cannot wait to see you next year, 2026, where Danny's predicted that Aston Villa are going to win the Premiership. For us here, that's us. Out. Cheers.
Cheers.